Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Content Breaker. This episode will be a little bit different. I'm Strangely Entertaining, and I'm joined by Zog over there, Kelz, and Static Dreads.
You said my name last. You must be with the people I work with. I'm just kidding. Hey. Hi.
I will now purposefully call you last every time. I'm just kidding.
Just call me. Just put a D in front of my name, like a D in a, parentheses, and call me the things that they call me at work.
Lord of D.
I wish. I would seek
Lord of D.
I wish. Man.
Monkey D. Luffy.
There'd be carnage in the streets.
I suddenly hate this.
Shut up. So, what are we talking about, Strange? Or did you already say that and I wasn't paying attention?
No, I said today's episode was going to be slightly different, but that is because it is not a particular piece of animation. Instead, it is kind of a group collective of different animations amongst the internet.
Known Pixar Day?
Known as...
Pixar.
I forgot the title. Fan Projects in Animation.
Pixar Day. Yeah, I like it. Yeah. Now, you remember when Pixar did fucking Toy Story 2 and they erased the whole thing except for that one lady that was on maternity leave and she had a copy of the house to save the fucking universe? Yeah, man.
But they scrapped
that. She got that bonus.
They scrapped that. They scrapped that version anyways, though.
Proof.
I would quit.
Cite your sources.
I would quit.
All right, fan dubs. Abridged series. Content that is created, remixed, and other bullshit by the fans. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. So, what is the point of this?
So the point of this is I personally wanted to highlight the love of the animation genre itself in a form that, we kind of take for granted. It's animation is a form that I feel like we as a general species kind of take for granted. And I just kind of wanted to go back and kind of look at some things like the love of animation, what it has done just for the relevance of the internet itself.
We as a species have taken the form of animation for granted.
Don't know what I'm talking about recently. Listen,
I don't.
Maybe not us as our group of people right here, but I mean just for example, the most recent thing that happened was at the Oscars. They basically said animation's for kids and adults have to suffer through it, but Encanto won best animated picture. Woohoo! It's like,
and
really?
They said, I think the exact
They've been saying
words.
that same shit for years.
I know.
I think the exact words, just so we don't misquote me or just put the actual factual.
Keep your wife's name out my fucking mouth.
Only notable thing about that whole night.
Thank you, Australia and Japan, for having
the uncensored
version. Oh my god, the echo in the background was just so great. He was like, "It was a G.I." Man, listen, Chris gotta get that back. I'm sorry, but Chris Rock gotta.
You know how many JoJo's memes I have seen of this event alone?
Yes.
Yes. And the internet takes
it was exactly 10 minutes after the fact that all those memes started coming out.
They were wilding, bro. They were. I don't know how. The fan art was killing me too. I don't know, man. And then Will Smith turned it into a redemption arc so fast. I'm like, it's been 15 minutes. He was like. Denzel Washington told me I was like, how did all this transpire in 15 minutes? Denzel Washington had given him a quote, and then freaking P. Diddy had mended the relationship, and Tyler Perry and Bradley Cooper had nurtured them.
And the entire point of this was fuck the Oscars.
Yes.
Animation.
Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. So
yes.
They basically animation is made for kids and stuff through adults,
and
yeah, that's what they said at the Oscars. So,
fuck the Oscars.
Yeah, no,
I wouldn't even use I don't think this is a good example. Just me personally, I don't think fan projects are a reason why we shouldn't I don't feel like this has anything to do with taking animation for granted because I would more so use like Invincible and Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer and Akira and like 86 and just I'm putting my personal flair in here. But like all these other shows like Samurai X and things like that, yeah, Fruits Baskets and like even like Soul and like Lion King and other forms of those like type of animations just shows the like wide spectrum of what you can convey through animation opposed to fan projects. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying like I feel like this.
The point I was making,
and we've always like touched on little things like that, so we're aware of the whole animations for kids thing. We've touched on that countless times through all of those shows. But fan projects in general, Amvs, Abridged series, even fan dubs, they all have a unique spin on it, just being like, it is not someone who owns any of that stuff. It's literally just a fan of it making their own thing.
What I wanted to highlight was their love made them make or create said thing. Yeah. That's what I was trying to. That was my whole scope for this episode. Technically, yes.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
my love for that character took me down a strange path. But no, totally one of the common threads for a lot of fan projects in our realm, especially a Bridge series, it's just fucking anime. It's just anime and made jokes and shorter and not even shorter half the time for the bigger production companies.
Yeah. Sometimes. But yeah, I think they stick with animation mostly because it's easier to work with for this.
It's definitely easier to edit.
Cut out somebody's mouth and replace it with the same frame from a different position. Like as long as they're in the same position, just take the mouth from that other frame and put it there, and you can easily get them saying the words you want them to say. Whereas you can't do that with live action.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, for some reason my mind was like going to like, what's that movie with like where Robert Downey Jr. is cosplaying, or not cosplaying, but like Tropic Thunder. Yeah, for some reason my mind went to like Tropic Thunder.
The one where he got away with blackface.
Yes, I mean
that's literally what that movie is.
Like,
it is.
Him, the character, is playing blackface.
Yes,
it's extra.
Like him, the character is.
He's playing a character who is so like method acting that when in the movie the character was approached to play a black guy, he went through an entire operation to change his skin color.
The thing that gets me is like
they gave him.
The thing that gets me is like you would not know that is Robert Downey Jr. Like, or at least
you really
couldn't. Like, it was crazy. But back to the fan dubs.
I love a good
Yes, back to the fan dubs that Strange had so graciously provided us for this topic of the week. But when I asked what the point of this was, I didn't mean like the point of this podcast. I meant like the point of like fan dubs are. Like, what do you think they are? Are they like to bring joy to people? Are they to like help rise popularity in like a series? Like, let's say if you had like one of your favorite series isn't like performing well, and you go and make like a fan dub and it catches on. Excuse me, because like a lot of people I found out, which is crazy, believe that Yu-Gi-Oh got so popular because of Little Karibo, which is wild to me because it's like, what?
Well, I can definitely say that a lot of people, Yu-Gi-Oh was always big. It was never really going to die off or anything. For the fact that it still has continuous running series is proof of that. But a lot of people I knew before Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged came out and afterwards, there was a good stretch of time where they just didn't care. They didn't want the cards. They stopped watching the show because it was dumb. They just didn't want anything to do with Yu-Gi-Oh! Until the show. They discovered the show and it brought them back to it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've always like I stopped watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Like season 2 of GX because that made 0 sense. And then I had a friend, which might have been Uzog, who was like, "Yo, you should check off IDs," and I was like, It was back before we had like streaming, so I like jumped in. It was like season 4. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was like, "This is cool," but I don't know what's happening. And then like Discount Kaiba was like, "I'm a good signer now," and I'm like, "I don't know what this means. This is lost on me." Okay. But like, so
the end of season 1.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I dipped out and I was like, I hope I come back to see this cute girl who looks like she belongs in Code Geass, but she doesn't. So
yeah, I don't. Yeah, redhead.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then it never came on, and now that it's like I think it just recently came to streaming, so I need to go back and check that out. But then there was like not Zexel. Maybe it was Zexel. Yeah, I don't know. And then I was like, you know what?
Zexel, Yu-Gi-Oh! V-Range, Yu-Gi-Oh! 7. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just stick with like Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged until I eventually start a podcast with one of my best friends and go and like watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. So yeah, I mean to go back and watch them, but I see what you're saying by like Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged just being like a gateway or like a way for people to get their Yu-Gi-Oh! Fix. Because I kept watching that. Like I had Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged like on my iPod Touch Gen 1. Like I would download the episodes. Back when you could download on YouTube for free. Missed those days. And, like, just store, like, 4 episodes and just watch them in the car. So we would, like, take, like, weekend trips and stuff. And I'd just be, like, in the back laughing. And just... had Joey's Brooklyn Rage, which is, like, the best thing ever.
Brooklyn Rage.
Hey, you.
Hey, you. I need to save my sister. I don't know where the Australian accent came from, but...
Bakura just being absolutely crazy. But yeah,
you know that nerd alert. There's a difference between fan dubs and abridged series. All right. Yeah. So fan dubs have been like a So talking anime here, fan dubs have been like a historical fact of getting anime from Japan to literally anywhere else that doesn't speak Japanese. Like it has had a history for the entire time that through the 70s and 80s, through the 90s. That if there was a show that wasn't being brought over, fans would get a hold of it, make their own dubs, and then kind of release it in the secret anime circles that I can only dream I was nerd enough to be a part of. And, that goes on to the day, one of the most famous fan dubs is the official release of Ghost Stories.
Mm-hmm. We should do a podcast on that one, honestly, just the dub version of it. But maybe when we hit like 100 million subscribers, something like that. I don't know. Whenever that time comes.
Hit 20. Just.
Maybe when we hit October. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah. Nowadays, fan dubs are very frowned upon because
support the official release.
Copyrights. It's much easier for dubbing companies to not only be a company but get a hold of animes. So, yeah, not usually something people would be very happy about, but many other things fans can do to show their love for a series are looked at very positively, like Abridged series, doing your own animations based on mangas or whatnot. There's a guy on YouTube called, I think it was Retro Rhino. When the Bleach anime ended and the 1,000-Year Blood War arc was going on, he was the guy animating all the crazy stuff that was going on and just putting it on YouTube.
Oh, wow. Is he still doing it? Or?
Capes.
Yeah.
Somewhere spandex.
Is he still doing anything, or do you know?
I'll change.
I don't know for sure. I'd have to look it up real quick, but I gotta be honest. I legit thought that the anime was coming back, and those were just trailers.
I mean, it is.
When I first saw it.
I say it is now.
It is now.
Which, by the way, I gotta catch up on that.
I'm working on it, man. I am out of Wakamundo. Anyway, we'll get to what I'm in and out of later.
right foot.
This is your number
Also,
one.
shout out to Brothers Mouthwash, who has one of my favorite abridged series based around Bleach.
All right,
Yes.
let's.
Um,
We've poked and teased. Let's talk about some actual abridged series.
yes. I think the one that first comes to my mind, like I said, is Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. But if we're not talking about that one,
Let's do it.
second
Let's talk about it.
Okay, yeah, okay, cool. So Little Karibo, the goat.
The original.
Yes, the original, the first experience I have with a abridged series, which he might be the first. I'm not actually sure.
No, he is. He is credited as the first, and he made it in 2006 as the
Look at you,
earliest
goat.
abridged series.
Swear to
at
God,
you,
if
you
this is
goat.
Wikipedia, I'm gonna lose my motherfucking mind.
No, it's in my notes. Anyways.
Wait,
He even kind of makes fun of it himself.
It's more official. It's more official. It's in my notes.
This man said no. It's in my notes.
some abridged fucking research, yeah.
I'm done with y'all.
The Little Karibo, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes,
Yeah.
which I was automatically drawn in to, just by like the voice acting, like the kind of like play on the making fun of 4 kids, because like we all, even as a kid, like you were like, hold up, like this, like yes, Bandit Keith is imaginary.
You.
So
Why do they have their fingers bent while they're pointing at people?
yes. Oh my god, that whole. Oh my god. So, abridged Seto Kaiba is more accurate to me than the original Seto Kaiba, because just like the things that he says, like my favorite line from like anything is probably "Screw the rules, I have money."
Screw
Like,
the rules. I have money.
Many people love that one.
But
yes,
Seto,
because
you
it's
can't
true.
Shut up, Mokuba.
Priscilla or Makalko. Like I can't even form. Listen, man, I can't even form like actual dialogue about Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. I can just throw lines at you and laugh because it makes me happy. Like the whole seductive
But
my
does
Valentine thing.
Does
just
Tristan
the
have
whole-
these? Those are very nice, Taya.
Honestly, you.
Oh my god.
If you are at all a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! And you have not watched the Bridge series by Little Karibo, please do
you
yourself
doing,
a favor.
man?
Yeah,
What are you doing?
go watch it. Even if the beginning episode's kind of like, this audio quality is garbage and everything, just hang in there.
It's been going on
Why
since
it up?
2006.
Yes, like just the intro
Some
is
of it
great.
shows its age.
Mhm.
And I love like Yugi or Yami in the series. Like he's just like, oh, I'm such a Chad. Like just his whole like just.
Well, it's been 5 seconds. Better make sure the Pharaoh gets back on screen.
Woo.
Why was I on the screen for 5 whole seconds?
This is about me and my dual experience. Monster. Draw. Monster. Oh my god.
you gotta enunciate, Chief.
Draw. Monster card. I really don't have anything more to say about Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge besides it's hilarious. The Scylla Oramakalkos and just
Darcio of Oracalcamalos.
him having a weird New Orleans accent was like the worst thing for me. And it's just like, oh my god, the whole thing with like Guardian Iatos, and he was like, I ate my car. Like, oh my god, it was.
I do really like how Team 4-Star, who basically made the whole fad blow up, credit him as like their main inspiration for doing this, and so he ends up bringing them in to just start voicing people that he just doesn't want to voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no,
Like
it's
the
pretty.
Like the big 5 in season 3, or
Yeah,
bringing Taka in to do all of darts.
yeah, no, it's pretty great. And speaking of Team 4-Star, I think the next most notable one is Dragon Ball Z Abridged, like, which is huge and has again some of the greatest lines. I am the most pretty and fertile of all women. Oh my god, kill it.
The first one you go.
I have a big, fat, meaty. It's like, stop.
Yeah, no, that was the first one. That,
My girlfriend. Zopon, what did you just say? My girlfriend. I have a date with my girlfriend. Like, Doria, did you know Zopon?
Actually, one really cool thing. They actually have Lil Karibo voicing their version of Frieza.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He auditioned for Ginyu, but did a dialogue between Ginyu and Frieza for it. Specifically so he could do a secret audition for Frieza.
Okay.
That's great, though.
Yeah, that is great. Like, man, just the whole like thing with Piccolo and Gohan. It's like, why won't you die?
Dodge!
Oh,
Close beam.
60 episode running gag.
I finally learned how to dodge. Start Piccolo. No.
Nail! Nail! Come scrub my feet. Or he would say something stupid like that.
This is great. I'm alive. I can win. I can fight.
Of an itch on my left ass cheek.
And the whole like Piccolo's ascension to power. I can win. I can fight. This is great.
Who are you talking to?
Oh my god! Like this, and just Goku being an absolute idiot. I feel like Goku's lines weren't even like abridged. Like I feel like everything 100% came out of Goku's mouth. Like Vegeta, on the other hand, oh lord.
I think definitely my favorite part of the entire Dragon Ball Z just abridged was the Broly movie. That to me was just the funniest thing I ever
Strong.
Princess Trunks. Oh God, please no! You lied to me. I did no such thing. You've been a dirty boy. Goku, give me all this planet right now. It's a transmission. Goku.
Oh my god, that
in saying a single word.
and not even get started on the BDSM, like little aliens. What was the safe word?
I don't remember. It's been lost to ancient history. But yeah, just Team 4-Star was great. I was kind of bummed when they decided they weren't going to do the Boo Saga, but I understand.
I mean, they kept getting sued, bruh.
Yeah, they kept getting copyrighted stuff.
Let's talk about that. The fact that fans don't own or license the material.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all earned by the studio who just got hacked because they became too happy.
He's not entirely wrong, but that is like back in like 2006, 2008, really wasn't a problem. Yeah, good old days. Wasn't a problem because the internet was Wild West and you could do whatever the heck you want with anything. As time went on, probably around 2014, 2015 era, things got a little difficult with copyright strikes and YouTube, and
people were making money off of work that wasn't theirs. They weren't bringing any attention to like official sources that made it.
The government didn't know how to extort money from people for watching videos.
No, that didn't take long for them to figure out. But yeah, it led to a few problems that some people are still dealing with today.
Yeah.
But it's kind of swung in the other direction now, being like, oh hey, you used 2 seconds of footage to make a point on something you were talking about, but that was my footage, so fuck you. Give me money.
Even like Demon Slayer's like, oh, you used like 30 seconds of a free trailer for the public to view, copyright. Like, what? What?
I mean, Strange, you gotta let that go. You used literally Demon Slayer at the height of it being the most popular thing on the planet.
It was a trailer, not part of the episode.
That was like saying, what is that like saying? I can't think of anything like just that ludicrous. So it's like me, like going up to you and slapping you in the face, and then me winning an Oscar.
Just gotta let it go.
You gotta let it go.
Serena's father.
How dare you insult my non-existent wife?
Which, there's a fine line. here between, of course, the fair use situation that is not a right, it's a legal defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is argued in court.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get to use fair use until it's in court.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's not a right, it's a legal defense. There's no two ways about it. Especially, and it's especially challenging when using media that's produced in Japan.
Yes.
So not only is it difficult to have a legal battle.
Japan doesn't recognize fair use.
Yeah, Japan doesn't have fair use laws.
Exactly.
That's only in every other country in the world.
So not only is it, non-Japanese people using Japanese licensed material, it's also, being challenged in courts in Japan.
So
currently, that's like how far we've gotten this.
Yes, because there
are apparently some strides being made against that too, because like Totally Not Mark, who reviews a lot of this, a lot of different animes, like he did a completely blind read-through of One Piece and made videos about every arc. He's doing that with Naruto right now, and Berserk and other mangas like that. He lost pretty much every video on his channel overnight because of some copyright thing in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's allowed to have it. He's allowed to make money from it again, but not. It's all blocked in Japan. Every other country where they speak English primarily, since he is from an English-speaking country, it's allowed. It's now allowed for him to do that and make money off of it, but
sure,
over there, no.
The biggest challenge, though, is, people spend, an inordinate amount of time and passion and effort to create these things and make content. And it's all built on the work of somebody else to begin with, and then praying that the whims of the YouTube gods don't come crashing down to, negate most of your life's work.
Yeah, and that's like my issue with reactors specifically. Like, I hate reactors. Don't get me wrong. Like, you do what you got to do. I ain't mad at you. Like, but if you like, I don't know, if you have like a little box, like right here on the screen, little box, and you're playing the content and pausing it every, like, the very minimum you have to, and to say 2 words, oh my god, Tanjiro, sword swing, fights video. Oh my god, Dockies. Then, like, getting, like, 1 million views off this, like, I can understand, yes, fully sue, because at that point, you're extorting someone else's hard work. Like, granted, I think the studio should pay their animators more anyway, and all this other stuff. So, but at the same time, it's like, if you're making more than the people who are animating this, that's a problem. If you're getting more exposure than the person who originally created the video, that's a problem. Because a lot of YouTubers will watch someone else's YouTube videos, like a smaller channels, and then get like millions of views from that, while that channel has like 15K subs, and no one ever goes back to the original. A lot of times they don't even plug or link the people. So I'm glad fan dubs and things like that, Abridged, are not those, because that is, I feel like, different content. It's the same animation, or like different stuff. But I just had to use this as a moment to say, yo, reactors, like, y'all gotta calm down. Because, like, I'm not saying your job is not hard, but, like, you are literally profiting after someone else's work, music, art, or anything. And it's, like, really frustrating. Not gonna lie. Reviews are different.
That being said, there are some people out there who are like in a certain profession or something who are doing reaction videos. They're giving specific like commentary,
critiques, and everything. Yeah, no, those are different. I'm talking about, like I said, I'm talking about the people who literally put the video on the screen, and like, because even I have a few reactors that I like to watch, like Michelangelo. He's a dude from Kenya who I like to watch, but he, like, literally has like 2 scenes and will talk about and give an in-depth analysis, like, before and after, and just use it. He won't just sit there and watch it with him. Like, there is like a lot of different stuff that goes on. But the people who just put it up there, like really bother me. And the same thing with people who like debut music and like listen to it and get like millions of views. They'll be like, yeah, I'm grinding, I'm hard out. I'm like, no, you ain't. So, hey, maybe this will get a hot take and people like cuss me out in the comments. So
maybe,
who knows?
But and I can definitely see what you're talking about, and I do feel like maybe like Abridged series and stuff kind of are dying down in popularity because there was like a couple of years where it's like a 5-year, 6-year period maybe of just like Abridged series after Abridged series came out, like Hellsing Ultimate Abridged, Nun Peace, Sword Art Online Abridged, Code
Sword Art
Net.
Online's good.
You know,
Still going on.
Seven Deadly Schmucks, all that stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
the
schmucks are funny, but like, and now it's just, it's kind of just dying down now. And I wonder if like all the copyright stuff and the popularity of anime is probably growing.
I think that, and like it was, I'm not trying to be that guy, but I think Abridged series were kind of like niche for a while. You know, like they were like a sign of the times. Like, you know, now you actually. Because a lot of people, we weren't really getting different. We were just getting heavily based shonen anime in the West for the longest time. And Abridged anime or Abridged series were always like shonen, I feel like. And now that there's other varieties of anime, like I'm not saying there wasn't like, you know, Toru Love or Love Hina or the Ouran House Club. Those did definitely exist as well. But you can't go, like, I can go and name 25 slice of life animes that are coming out next, you know, quarter. But before we couldn't do that, and now we have like comedy. Like if I want to watch a comedy anime, I won't go look for Abridged. I'll go watch like Konosuba or like just something like that, you know, that's comedy. So
yeah,
I feel like one aspect could be like we don't have to look for comedy and animation through a Abridged series. We can actually go and watch a series that is a comedy itself. So I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. Like, or I think one reason why it might be dying down. I could be wrong.
That's a very interesting point. And I definitely see what you're talking about because I also do feel like that as well. It's like, oh, wow, this Yu-Gi-Oh's hilarious now, whereas before it was just kind of like, oh, I like the card game stuff, and wow, it's like real dramatic and everything. But now it's just funny.
I mean,
yeah.
A lot of it does come back to the copyright stuff, but then putting all that work, you basically make a whole new episode out of that stuff. So
sometimes
just to go through that in like a month, and then you can't. Some people don't make anything off of it. They just put it out as like their fan project because they love it. But if they are trying to make some kind of like profit off of it or whatever, and that goes away, what incentive do they have to actually do it again?
True.
And sometimes arguably you could make the story better. Maybe there's a way to do that. I'm just going to look at Sword Art Online Abridged. Maybe make Kirito tolerable, you know?
Bless you, my king. But yeah.
Prime example of that.
I mean,
giving Kayaba a fucking reason to why he did what he did.
100%. Like, you've got shows like Something Woody's SAO Abridged, which I will say, I used to say that would be the best way to consume sword art, but then we got the movies, which are true peak SAO. But, like, the actuality and logic that Something Witty brought to Sword Art Online was kind of crazy, because it wasn't like I was just laughing at it, especially in a second core when Asuna was trapped into the walls or whatever. Like, that was... Have we gotten there yet? Yeah, we are there, because we're in Gungo right now. And Something Witty, I believe.
No.
Maybe? I don't know.
No.
I don't know, man.
No, not yet. No, we're still
Where are we at?
Alpha 5 or something.
They just did the whole meeting in Alfheim.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They just did the meeting.
People to go, like, storm the World Tree and whatnot.
Yeah. But the scene they did where Kirito turned into Gleam Eyes was
Instead
better.
of him just knowing how to do it.
Yeah.
Hack.
Yeah. So that worked a lot better than the actual series. So that was a rare instance where I feel like the Abridged series bought more, like, kind of light and, like, sound knowledge to that. Also, Ruby Abridged, which I watched like a few episodes about, was kind of freaking hilarious and kind of freaking on point. When it's kind of like Ozpin like giving his business, like, so what are we doing? It's like, Ozpin, why do we have all like these kids as our like things when we have actual huntsmen out there? He's like, oh yeah, I completely forget there is a whole team of huntsmen that we always reference but will never put on screen. Oh well, shoot them off in the cannon. And then it just drops down. So I'm just like, yeah, it kind of makes fun of the series itself, which I really mess with or rock with, because...
And a lot of those fixes to the writing and everything is a benefit of hindsight. We've already got so much of the original series out there, we know where it was supposed to be going. You can now foreshadow it and actually do something with it earlier.
Yeah.
That being said, when they just change the character's motivation altogether,
yeah,
and it still works, no, that's great.
Yeah. So, something about My Little Pony.
So what I had written down was like any early memories that you guys have of just watching animations online when you were young. And I just personally have a traumatic experience where I was hanging out with a group of friends and they're like, hey, look at this funny My Little Pony video. And then literally it's like this horribly, I don't even know. It was very violent for like no reason. And it's like, don't go look at my shed. And there's just like Rainbow Dash is like cutting up people or something. I don't know. It was messed up.
Death Battle?
No, not even Death Battle.
You weren't watching Happy Tree Friends?
I feel like this was a prequel to Happy Tree Friends. I'm not even
I feel
joking,
like you were
but
just watching Happy Tree Friends.
it wasn't Happy Tree Friends. It was My Little Pony. I don't know, but it was just like, what in the world am I watching right now? So people have taken like other animated properties and have tested their own animation styles and put them on the internet. And so I was just trying to see
really cool.
Yeah, if you
I like
guys
to see different ways that can be done, and it's a nice little way to like do your own portfolio of just like, hey, these are things I'm a fan of and things I have interest in, so these are things I like to draw.
Yeah, like why start from ground zero, try to make up your own story and own characters when you can just use characters that are already made and make spoofs and jokes and whatnot about them. And
that's why I rock with doujinshi so hard, like, because it's just like there are characters already there. It's just like new ways and things about them.
Yeah, man. You just tell the story you want to see, I
mean, if they want people with experience, but they're not willing to work with someone who has none, you got to get it somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Create your own work.
True. What's the fan-made Ruby stuff, Zog? Where it's like the different letters, like, but they're males. It's like Ruby, but it's fan-made, and they're males.
I've seen a lot of like, I've seen a lot of people put out different kinds of like Ruby teams and whatnot, and since the teams are always made up of the first letter in the people's names, and they try to spell like a color with it.
QROW?
Yes. Wait, no, that's
or
correct.
STRQ?
STRQ. I believe that's what it is.
That's Team Start.
I don't know, Chief. I'm just Googling here.
And I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
That's
Like
always something. That's always something that they've done. So it.
But they're like
sure.
super popular. They're like almost as popular as Ruby. Like you showed them to me once.
I might have. I don't know. There's a lot of these things.
is this like an animation? I've never heard of it.
Yeah,
before.
it's like an animation. Yeah, let me Google it.
I also know I sent you a fan animated full-on 3D model of a fight between Yang and Blake that looked better and characterized those characters better than the actual show.
You gotta love when a legit show that was made with love and passion from an OG, like an original IP, gets turned into the fucking inspiration is, man. It's gonna be an anime. This is the like reverse dream of all of these
Silver. That's what it is.
Silver.
Team
Silver.
SLVR.
Sliver.
Sliver or something.
Sliver.
It's like so much better. Because I watched it. Like, Homegirl's got like a.
Is it
I
the
don't know.
writing is better?
The writing, the character animation, just like it feels like the weapons. Like, it was just a fun time. Like,
I'll have to look it up.
yeah.
But another example that literally just came to my mind. Does anybody, probably not, remember Super Mario Brothers Z?
No. I don't remember.
It is basically...
I know what you're talking about, but I'm not sure.
It's a Flash fan animated Dragon Ball Z-esque kind of storyline with Mario and Sonic characters, and like they just Dragon Ball Z fight each other. It's really cool. And recently, the original creator started making an HD remake of sorts, kind of redoing some stuff. So that was pretty cool. And like just like a lot of video games have just spawned off like people on YouTube more specifically, and Newgrounds. That was a hot popular website. I think it sort of still is. To where they would just make their own animations, like Ego Raptor would, like his Awesome series where he'd be like Pokey Awesome. I don't know if you guys ever seen that.
No. I don't use the internet, strange.
I've seen a lot of things, so it's hard to keep it all together.
You're deeper than I am, man.
And that fucking Aaron from Game Grumps.
Yes.
Fuck is he? Ego Raptor.
That was his internet name, Ego Raptor.
Be the dude that was
I
like,
know Ego Raptor, yeah, but
yeah, I don't know.
I haven't watched this stuff in so long.
I don't know. It's just the way animation can.
You remember Fred, who spelled his name with a backwards R?
We try to forget about him.
Okay. I remember him.
But he doesn't have anything to do with animation. But what I'm saying is, like, animation can just breathe like life
Is Zod
into.
frozen?
No.
You still hear me?
Oh, he is frozen. Oh my gosh.
I was like,
Completely
he's
frozen.
so stoic.
No, I was like,
It just
Then-
gets
then
the
it-
heart of animation, and then he stops moving. The video
Then-
says, "Fuck it." Yes, the heart of animation, inspiring, being a great medium to express yourself.
Thank
often
you.
through the use of other people's IP, but you know it's
Yes.
a passion fan project bullshit, not getting paid for it. unless you are. You know, all that wonderful stuff. Just make so much smut. Just make titties. You know?
Look, that was a whole nother branch of conversation. If you guys did want
You
to,
were talking about Newgrounds.
It's the internet. If what you're doing isn't making money, porn will.
I say Newgrounds doesn't just have porn though. Like it had other people.
Again, I don't know what Newgrounds is, so I'm like, maybe I'm just old.
It was a Flash website basically, where you could
Right.
just pretty much post anything. I'm talking about like games, like Flash games, animations, of course, you know. But again, people using other things from like video games and other animations and just making their own.
They're like Roblox concerts.
I guess. I guess that's what it works.
So,
You were
but
like
yeah,
17. What?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, so, yeah, I mean,
Sorry,
Still frozen.
he's
yeah,
still
he's
frozen.
gonna be frozen. He's gonna be
All right.
frozen for the rest of this.
What else do you have about fan projects? Like, what else?
Well,
I like
honestly,
the
I really
Pokemon
thought.
songs. Does nerdcore rap constitute as fan made stuff? Because like
Yeah.
when you got like people who like what's his name starts with an R. I can't remember, but like he does a lot of like
Mega
Go
Ran.
rap. That sounds like it could be right. So yes.
Mega Ran. Hold on.
So him, and then like Game Boy Jones is one I know off the top of my head. Like they will do like hardcore rap, or not hardcore rap, but they will do like nerdcore rap about series, and like their fairy tale cipher and stuff they do is like low-key my jam. So like, would you consider that a part of this?
Is it animation?
Strange? It's not animation, but it's about animation. go rap over OSTs and stuff. I don't know. I'm just trying to do something. But
I think it is.
Thank you.
It is great.
I see Zog's nodding, so he agrees.
Well, we could also talk about AMVs. AMVs were a huge part, I know, especially for some people in this.
I still watch sad fairy tale AMVs to cry.
There you go. Because it again,
remember that one time that Urza did some sad shit. That's just in the first 50 episodes.
Yes, I love it. And
remember that time where Urza.
Yes, remember that time when freaking Loki was like, "I'm gonna die, psych a bitch," and then like you had three doors down playing over.
So would you say AMVs?
Superman.
Could
Loki come
AMVs
out as a motherfucker? Yeah.
help you feel a different way about any kind of animation that you've watched?
Yeah,
Can you
man,
repeat what you said?
Two IPs. We taking music we don't own and animation we don't own. It's
There you
slapping
go.
that shit
Super
together in a
suit,
fan
bro.
project.
Prime Video for getting just super sued.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Zog?
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Still ain't moving, but we can hear you.
Oh, yeah, you're here.
I don't know what the hell happened there.
It's
How
fine.
you
Don't
feel-
touch it.
How you feel about AMVs, Zog?
I love them. Honestly, I still look up random ass AMVs. I'll go back and listen to different Linkin Park songs and see what AMVs there are.
I started making the AMV again, man, the other day. Like, since me and Strange made one, but then the government took it down. The Japanese government. Which was totally fair, because Strange used, like, a super popular intro song. So, but...
Hey, it was getting views. It was working.
It was our most viewed thing by a long run. That's why they had to stop us.
And there was one whole video on that channel.
Will Smith said once after he smacks someone, the devil will come after... podcast is gonna be about that. But no, like, I really rock with. Like I said, I go back and I listen to AMVs a lot. AMVs actually, when Ruby started sucking plot wise, there were a lot of good AMVs of like the action scenes. They kind of was like, I'll just watch this instead of watching the episode to know what went on, and it was pretty accurate until I found out the AMV portrayed something better than the actual animation. So, but yeah, that's really the only that's the only reason I watch. Like, I watched Boruto fights as AMVs because they'll like do it to Starset songs. And I was like, okay, so that's how I keep up what's going on by not watching Boruto.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Kawaki did this, cool, all right, okay, cool, yep, and yeah, but. No, I stand by the fact. I feel like Fairy Tail and like Shonens have the best AMVs. Like, don't get me wrong, romance slice of lives are great as well, but Shonens, like, This Is War. Okay, first of all, I do not like the band 30 Seconds to Mars because I have a whole slew of reasons why. I like their music, but they have some very culty issues, but their music does kind of slap sometimes on the AMV. And like, they've got This Is War, their song, with Fairy Tail going to war with so and so, because of course Kelz isn't caught up yet. But like, they go to war with, Kelz, Zog, you know what I'm talking about.
With Phantom something.
No, not that one.
Well,
but
no, they go to war a couple times.
yeah.
War.
But this one is like, and I'm just like, yes, and it's like the Messiah, and it's just like, ooh, and it's ooh, I'm watching that after this podcast, y'all. It's in my bones. Also,
The
sometimes
animations can definitely change your opinion about a song.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Plus, anime goes so well with like music, like just it's
really
like
weird how it
cake
works.
and icing.
And a lot of times,
it's made that way.
Mm-hmm.
no, literally a lot of times, like, we were just screwing around one time. I remember back in our Institute of sort of learning, and we were just like putting music, and we literally just put anime clips on there, and it just happened by magic. We didn't even touch it. We were like, whoa, This is amazing.
Speaking of which, Zog, I need you to find that Ruby AMV I made because I can't find it anywhere, and I need to submit it for this fucking MomoCon contest. I'm so proud of that AMV, and I know you have a copy somewhere, so please find it.
The somewhere is on a hard drive that I have since lost, so I am searching, but we will see how. We will see when
She checked under the bed.
Make another AMV about how sad it is to lose your other AMV that you worked so hard on.
I will do that.
It's like, make one of Fruits Baskets where Toru Honda is like, I want to save them, but she got her own problems. Yeah,
man, I saw a Fruits Baskets AMV that destroyed me. I downloaded it. I watch it in the car at work when I need motivation. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. But yeah, no, AMVs. Be like, y'all lucky y'all ain't a cursed Selma. That's the only reason I'm here. Shoot. I gotta watch the thing about freedom with Kyo. Otherwise, I'm like, at least I'm free to get out of this prison. So. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, no, I think that honestly that fan projects are important. I feel like they are necessary. Whether it be an AMV or like just some type of like expression of the love of the art and the medium, I rock with fan projects. Like I still will probably continue Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged until it's over. I'll continue something witty entertainment. Joyride Entertainment, which does My Hero really good, or really well. I mess with them as well. So, yeah, fan projects, I got a lot of respect for, and I will never forget the laughs I got from Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. And, yeah.
Yep. Nope, I think that's really about it, honestly, that we can talk about. So,
watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Abridged.
Yes.
Oh, a recommendation from.
I mean, you got it on the fucking list here.
Yeah.
Go watch, of course, Hellsing Abridged, done by Takahata 101
Gosh,
of
please.
Team 4-Star.
Yes.
That is.
I can't believe we didn't talk about that, but that might honestly deserve, probably not, but maybe that might deserve a whole podcast by itself just because of how hilarious.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, you got this, right?
Go right on ahead.
All you.
Coming in 2022. Strange's Abridged podcast, where he talks about all this shit on his own.
There you go. See, there it is. I'm like, there's a catch here. But anyways.
Are you eating a potato?
Maybe.
Is he moving for you?
I'm frozen, so.
No, he's not moving.
Anyways,
it was.
Kelz, sign us out. I want to go to bed.
What a podcast. What an episode. All right.
I knew what you were
get
going to say.
more of this on all your podcatchers. We're talking Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Podcast, at Content Breaker, or on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at Content Breaker as well. Gentlemen, y'all have stuff too.
Yeah.
Zaxby's.
Sponsored by.
Catch me outside. Catch me at Twitter or on Twitter at Static Dreads with a Z.
Because it's Zaxby's.
Yes, because it's Zaxby's, man. Because it's Zaxby's. Eat more chicken.
You can find me at Strangely on Twitter, and then you can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Strangely Entertaining, and on YouTube, just look up Strangely Entertaining. Tuesdays or Thursdays, 7 p.m. Central Time.
Depending on his schedule.
Depending on my crazy life, yes.
Welcome to the team. Of course, catch the other product at your typical Shonen Protagonist. We're going to get this last mech episode out. Hell or high water. Of course, we have more stuff here. Zog, what are we talking about next week?
We're talking about the upcoming anime for the season.
Oh, yeah. There's a transition between seasons.
I'm going to have to actually look at shit.
It's fine. It's okay. It's okay, Boo Boo Bear.
Here.
I know.
On Content Breaker.
Bye.